Hello and welcome to Plus One to Gaming. I'm Chris.
And I'm Eric.
I'm Billy.
And I'm Mark.
We're jumping into session 3 of our homebrew campaign titled Greystock's Notes, written by our dear friend and DM, Billy. Bill, do you want to take the reins of our magical fur bus and escort us on a path to adventure?
Sure. So I will quickly recap what we did last session. So you have found Greystock's Manor.
That's
followed.
Complete. Good job, everyone.
Yes, you followed the directions given to you by the farrier. So you walked down a deserted and hidden drive for quite a while until you came to a clearing. In that clearing, you saw a very large manse and a barn. So as you went to the manse, you tried to break open one of the windows, but it was protected by some sort of spell that just reflected the force back at Umran. Luckily, Umran wasn't damaged by it. But Lord Wizard Claus is currently performing a ritual to detect magic. And while he's performing that ritual, it takes 10 minutes. Umran and Zizal are walking around the exterior of the manse to try to find another entrance. And they did. They found the side entrance. It looks more like a servant's entrance or a staff entrance. And it was locked, but they were able to gain entrance. And that is where we left off. So, Lord Wizard Claus, you are not with them still, unless you wanted to stop doing the...
No, I was just moving my token over there to because
I see you moving.
I know.
My window is on the Roll20 for our Twitch thing, so I was trying to center the action, so to speak.
Oh, sorry. You are still over at the front of the gates for, I would say, let's say 6 more minutes. It's been 4 minutes since you started. So
magic.
Yeah, to take it over from here. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to enter the manse without Lord Wizard Claus splitting the party?
Well, when you put it like that,
well,
not really.
Absolutely.
Not really. So I kicked the door open, I believe, last time.
You did.
Can I, as I kick it open, can I just see what I see?
Yeah. So you see a. I can't really. I had to switch the map, but it's a hallway that leads to a wooden door in front of you, about 15 feet down the hallway, and then to the left, you see another wooden door, immediately to your left in this hallway. It looks like the hallway does snake around. Make sure. I'm going to go to the first floor map that I can see it. Yes. So the hallway about 25 feet in, it loops to the left, but you can't really see anything past that. So you see a wooden door in front of you, at 25 feet, and a wooden door to the left of you immediately when you poke in.
Just as I suspected, doors. What's that cat up to?
I mean, I think the spell he's casting is going to take a little bit. You want to continue looking around and meet him back out front?
Not a bad idea. Maybe we should, just do a loop.
Yeah, loop's good.
We do that.
So I'm gonna listen for a moment, see if I hear anything, and then just carry on down the same southern face of the building.
Are you listening into the door, where the? Okay, give me
echoes from inside or anything.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
How do you play D&D?
It's every week.
There you
go.
So
there we go.
With an 8 perception check, you don't hear anything at all. You don't hear anything at all. It is so quiet and so still within that manse. You're trying to focus not on the exterior sounds, which are also very muted where you are. You just don't hear a lot of sounds where you are.
Doesn't appear to be anyone home. We can. What's around back here, Zeisel? You seen anything?
I haven't seen anything yet.
As the path curves north around the manse, you see a large terrace extending from the first floor and a smaller balcony jutting off the second floor. The terrace, raised about 6 feet off the ground, is constructed entirely of marble, including an intricately carved handrail. Overgrown vines now braid and wrap their way through the handrail columns. The terrace tapers towards the east, ending in 2 broad sets of stairs. A wide, smooth path comprised of large flat stones extends to the east of the stairs, joining with the cobblestone path that you're on right now, and continuing to the east to the remains of a reflecting pool surrounded by at once manicured hedges, but have been left to grow free.
Well, I see a lot of stuff now. Let's go check out this balcony thing.
I love whatever bird chirping foley we've got going on in the background.
That's really next level.
It's not my place. I only have crows around here. Seagulls.
Those would have been great for some past episodes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Book of the Raven.
So as you climb on the terrace, the marble terrace does not show the same decay as the rest of the area, as the raised surface was protected from much of the windblown debris and clutter.
We can
Underneath,
just climb up it.
yeah. So there's stairs right here and here where those paths are. It's a 6 foot raise, so it's just a couple stairs. Not hard to climb. And on the terrace, you see 2 sets of double doors that look into the interior of the manse.
Ooh, let's look in.
Can you see anything?
I don't know. Can I?
Yeah. So they're dirty windows, but as you wipe and you kind of peek your head through, trying to protect against just viewing the glare from the windows, you just see a large empty room that it's got wood floors. It has entrances on all sides, but it is just very, very empty.
It looks like a large empty room. Let's continue our circumnavigation of this building. Wait, what's this thing? A pool? Let's check out the pool.
Yeah.
There's the remains of a reflecting pool.
Oh yeah, remains.
Yeah.
Well, now that you're in.
Wait, are you going in the pool?
I did not,
Oh,
All right.
did not
So
mean to dash.
the pool is now completely covered in algae and vegetation, looking more like a forest pond than the well-manicured decoration it once was.
So there's no water left?
There is water. It
This
is,
is all green?
yeah, it's all green and slimy and scummy. It looks almost like a forest pond with pond scum, some vegetation growing in it. But it doesn't really look like a manicured reflecting pool.
I'm gonna kneel down and peer into the water. Anything special?
Not really. I mean, it is it's only about 2 to 3 feet deep. It's not for wading. It's just to look pretty. You see that it has a stonework bottom that you can kind of see through the pond scum and like the crud and stuff that's in the pool. But there are leaves and debris and detritus and all that fun stuff that have been collecting in the pool for years. But you don't see anything shiny. Give me a perception check again. Yeah, with a 14 perception check, you see that the pond is also very calm and still. Even with the pond scum, it's almost glass-like on the surface.
Hey, Bill, real quick.
Yes.
Can you transport my instance or whatever to where Eric and Mark are, just so it appears on the Roll20 stream?
Yeah, on the stream we're only seeing Chris sit out front. You're not seeing me and Mark do
Because I'm
anything.
broadcasting my
yeah.
window.
I'm moving you over. So you're not here, but
I'm not here.
Sorry.
Ignore me.
Oh, that's why he was creeping in the frame earlier. I see. That was
Yeah,
really
sorry.
funny. I just saw him like scooting around the edges.
Yeah, sorry. I thought that you were trying to like retcon, like, oh, I'm with you guys now. But yes, you're still out front. At this point, it's been probably the rest of the 6 minutes, so you can loop back around to join them.
Well, I might not want to.
Okay, I'm saying
Well,
you
Wizard
can.
Claw's got his own agenda.
Okay, you can. You do have your detect magic spell is working though.
Yeah. So with that, standing at the front door, what would he what senses would he get in terms of magical schools?
Yeah.
Within
So
30 feet.
yeah. So let's say so I believe it is let's see, abjuration spell on all of the windows is the main thing that you see.
It's no wonder Umran had such a difficult time entering those windows.
Yeah. And you also see some minor wards on all of the doors. And you also detect at the top right of the main door, you see a very small crystal, but looking at it through your detect magic, it is glowing quite bright.
Mm.
And what school of magic is it radiating?
I believe divination.
Divination, even.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Fiona, can you take a look at that for me? And Fiona can try and scurry up there to get a closer look, maybe?
Sure. There are plenty of woven vines that she can climb up. As you get closer to it, it is just a very small, carefully cut crystal of some unknown crystal form. You don't really know, but it is semi-transparent, but it does glow. Well, in your eyes, it glows. I don't think she gets a magic vision as well.
Is it embedded into the rock?
Yes, it's embedded. It has like a housing, like it has been embedded into the rock after the rock has been created. So it is a aftermarket part. It is not built into the house when the house was built. It has been put in there since it was built.
Is this like magical security? What is this?
Do you want to give me an insight?
No, I think I might want to do Arcana, if that's okay.
Okay. All right. So with your Arcana and the type of magic that you see, you can see that it seems like some sort of like scrying portal. So very much so, it looks like some sort of security system.
Magical cameras.
It's like a ring.
It's fantasy
ring.
Ring doorbell.
It's fantasy ring.
Very much so. The ring. I was like, oh no, this isn't the campaign I signed up for.
Yeah.
If Umran or if Wizard Claws found a ring of power, I don't know how this campaign would go. Last thing for Wizard Claws then, are there any like small holes like in the door or that he could like weasel through?
No. That for being abandoned, you can see that it is still very, very well made. Like none of the glass is really broken because of those wards. There are no holes on the exterior that he could weasel through at all. Yeah.
He'll trot over to follow the group on their path.
All right.
Before he goes though, that mace that was on the ground.
Yep.
Does that radiate anything?
It does not radiate any magic. You can just tell that it is very finely made, but it is not a magical mace.
He sniffs it and then dashes on to follow Umran and Zeisel.
All right, you join them when they are outside of that pool. You see Umran. He's kneeled down, trying to peer through the water, trying to to gauge if there's anything hidden in there or any secrets. But he does not see anything as of now.
Umran just takes a moment to smooth out his beard since he can see his reflection, which doesn't often happen, and just stands up as Lord Wizard Claus approaches. Have you found anything?
Only that this house is protected by quite a lot of magic, it would seem.
What kind of magic?
No, the typical protection wards, the magical camera spells, just things most paranoid wizards like to protect their treasures and their lore.
Well, he ain't that paranoid because Umran just kicked one of the side doors open and it popped right off.
Oh, you finally got one. Good for you, Umran.
Thank you.
That door did not stand a chance against your might, I'm sure.
There's a whole hallway full of doors, so I'm sure one of them will put up a fight.
Yeah, your foot's going to be sore by the end of this for sure. So we also found this little balcony thing, and it's you can see in there into an empty room. But other than that, not much. And this lake thing.
It appears someone's really let the place go.
So let's shall we?
Yes, let's kick some more doors open.
Yeah, that seems fun. Let's find doors for Umran to kick.
Before we leave this pond, Lord Wizard Claus gives it a little sniff. Is there any magical radiating from here?
No, not any magical. Like, you're looking for like items in the water, or what exactly are you looking like? Just anything that glows magic?
Yeah, I think he's using that as like a broader sense. Like, oh, there's something curious over there, and then to go and like explore it a little bit.
No, you do not see any glowing magic inside the water or surrounding it, or anything like that.
Well, the door that opened was on the south side of the building.
Do we want to go in, or we want to do a loop and then go in?
I'd say if we have a way in, we just use that. Unless you think we'll need to find an exit.
I was gonna say it might be nice to know. I mean, are these? I didn't try to break these windows back here, but like, I wonder if we could. This could be an exit potentially up on that terrace.
Wizard Claws, the windows along the back of the house, are those magical as well?
Let me see. We'll go over to the windows and peer in. Are they protected with the same wards?
Yes. So you see the magic, the same warded glass surrounds the entire first floor. And if you look through or up to the second floor where the balcony is, you see two glass doors leading to rooms on the second floor, and those glow a little bit stronger in magic. The similar wards, but you think that they may be stronger on the second floor.
Is there a way? Can you bypass these somehow?
Oh, these aren't protected at all. These are just normal windows.
So like, we could just bust it and get in.
I'm sure you could, especially with Umran's martial prowess.
Okay, well, like, we already have one way in, so we don't need to be going around breaking this guy's windows. But if we need to get out quickly, that's good to know. Yeah,
Wizard Claw's whiskers twitch mischievously.
Mischievously. Let's go see if we can. Let's see what's up on the north side.
So on the north of the manse, you see that the forest is slowly starting to reclaim the manicured lawn. There's no path, no doors along that side of the building. It was forest adjacent, but it is even more forest adjacent than it was. You see new trees starting to grow up in the spot between the tree line and the manse.
Someone needs to teach these trees a lesson.
So our way in is on the south, and if we need to leave quickly, we head towards the back of the house.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Hopefully we can figure out and connect them when we get in. Sometimes these places, They do a good job at trying to keep the servants' quarters away from the master's quarters.
Very true.
Yes, and you throw the eccentricities of wizards in the mix, and who knows what we'll find inside.
So much clicking as we walk.
Teleport.
Yeah, I have to move
Just
my
drag my
and then grab the map and move it.
Yeah.
Move my piece, grab the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
I'm gonna
big.
head back to that door.
Wait,
Right.
Umran, this mace on the ground. Is this better than your stick you got?
It's a much heavier stick.
It's a stick with a big metal ball on the end of it.
No, I've trained with this one for years. I think it would probably slow me down to try wielding something new.
Okay, fair.
All right. As you walk through the first floor entrance, there we go. Okay. I had to. So who's leading the way? It's only a 5-foot hallway. So what order are you guys going?
Umran will take lead.
All right. After him.
I guess I'll go second. Sizel.
All right. Give me 1 second to flip it to. You guys see
I see a tiny little hallway.
that is. Yes, that is the hallway that you see.
I see all black.
Uh-oh.
You should
Did I
zoom
die
in
as
out.
I came in the door? Damn it.
So that's what you see. But it is, you can see that it's going to be dark and gloomy in here. So you may not have full light everywhere. All right. You see the hallway that I described before. Now everybody sees it. So you see a door to the left. You see a door in front of you, and you see the hallway does wrap around to the left about 20, 25 feet of the hallway.
Is the door to the left locked?
It is not.
I'll open that one.
All right. So you enter a small, narrow room with a staircase on the west side going up to a door leading to the second floor. On the east side of the room is a large divided shelving unit. Below each divided unit is a brass plate with labels almost completely worn away, as if the filer was using more memory and habit than labels to organize the items inside.
What kind
Along
of
the
items were they organizing?
You don't really see too much in there, but there are a few papers and letters. Seems like this is the an area where correspondence mail, things like that would come and then be divided between whatever room or whatever person is there. Those brass labels for what each dividing cubby was labeled are long gone. Against the north wall is a small weathered desk. Above the desk, mounted on a board, is a small set of brass bells marked with various rooms. One bell seemed to be ripped from the board.
You said that, so it's like a doorbell system, or like a
calling.
calling system, like
Yeah. So, how long does your detect magic last?
Let me think. I thought it was 30 minutes, or was it 30 feet? Detect magic, concentration up to 10 minutes.
All right, so I would.
So I think by walking around that perimeter would probably have been 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying that you don't have detect magic anymore, but it is like there's nothing connected to the bells.
No strings.
No strings or anything like that.
No strings attached.
One of them is missing, you said?
One of them is missing. The label.
The label's still there?
Yes, it does, and it says laboratory.
Ooh.
Laboratory.
And how many other rooms? How many bells are there aside from the one that's missing?
Oh shoot. I believe there are 6 bells.
What is the make and model of the bells? Who manufactured these
they
bells?
brass?
Small brass bells. So you see,
Is that the company?
you see laboratory, you see library, you see laboratory, you see library, you see solarium, you see study, you see meeting room, and you see 2 bedrooms.
Looks like for some reason the servants might have gotten sick of being notified that the laboratory was needing service. That one's ripped down. You think we should explore the first floor before we head upstairs?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That way we don't have to keep running up and down the stairs. I'm not interested in getting a workout today.
It's all the same to me. I'm sure this house is full of magical treasures.
Yeah, it's starting to feel strange. Not sure we'll be able to avoid a workout. So we should save what little strength we have.
Is there another door in this room, Bill?
Yeah, so if you look at the bottom left, that's the door symbol. Can you see it?
Wait, we forgot the door.
Yeah.
It's here.
Oh, that's hard to see.
It is. That's how all the doors are marked with that little like gray line with the little door handle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywhere
And
you
there's
see
a
that
door
is
at
a
the
door.
top of these stairs too. Then correct.
There is.
I see a door.
No, because you'd have to go up to the second floor. Yeah.
Jiggle, jiggle.
Yeah, that door is on the second floor map. All right. So you try. It is open. You open it and you see a small dining room. The only furnishings in this room are a wooden table and chairs, both free from any engravings or design. Years of candle wax drippings surround a small candlestick in the middle of the table, and 2 small windows are set into the south wall, covered by ivy and shrubbery from the outside. Plain wooden doors are set in the east and the west walls.
And I'll try this door on the west wall.
Okay.
Yeah, this must be a servant's dining room.
Yeah, looks to be.
So as you enter the other room, you see that it is the kitchen. The kitchen is darker than most exterior rooms, as the small windows are now completely covered by the hedges outside. You can see ovens against the wall underneath the windows, and prep stations across the room. Various dishes and utensils are scattered around the kitchen as if a meal is imminent, but any remains of the food has long since been erased by time and decay. On the east side of the kitchen is a small staircase leading down to a pitch black void, and a door on the east wall. The west wall has a free swinging door and a hole in the wall with a small counter to pass food items through.
Can I see anything through the little hole?
Yeah, so as you look through that hole, you see the dining room. A large mahogany table dominates the area of the dining room. Dusty wine glasses and small tea plates are placed around the table as if the next meal is just moments away. Waist-high cabinets are placed against the wall with various pewter chafing dishes and decorations placed on top. Tall windows would have allowed plentiful light to illuminate the room if not for the grime and muck that now paste the glass. Some windows are now also entirely covered by branching ivy. It is a free swinging door, so it's not, you can't really lock it. It's more like a kitchen door or a restaurant door. It just allows people to push through it.
So this looks like a more formal dining room. Yeah.
Yeah, this must be the master's.
Do you have any magical tinglies?
Oh, no, not at the moment.
So you see a set of double doors on the north, and then a single door to the east above the door that you came in.
Oh, okay. Try this.
Okay. So that leads to a hallway. You just see multiple doors on the north side of that hallway. I don't know how well you can see it because it is very dimly lit. There are no exterior windows here. So
can I light a torch?
You absolutely can light a torch.
I'd like to use a torch.
So yeah, you just see a nondescript hallway with multiple doors on the north side of the hallway. And you can kind of just guess based on the length here that it matches up with that hallway that you were in at the beginning. And so it's just like an L-shaped hallway. Just given your sense of, direction.
We've got quite the search ahead of us, fellas. Looks like there's a lot of rooms to cover.
Well, at least we have the luxury of time.
Should we proceed this way, or looks like, is this a door?
That is a double door.
Or head north out of the dining room?
I mean, double doors always seem more interesting than little single doors down a dark hallway.
It's twice as many doors.
So many doors.
Okay, let's go this way. I imagine this tiny hallway might be more servants' area, and that's not what we're here for.
We get into the front of the house, I would imagine, up here somewhere.
Yep. So
what's that?
the entrance.
Oh no.
Okay, the entrance for you is a grand 2-story room. The dirty windows covering the walls let in a dim light in streaks, highlighting the dust suspended in the air. There is a staircase on the north and south sides leading to a second-floor balcony hallway. Beneath each staircase is a set of double doors leading north and south, and a third door beneath the balcony that is letting in additional light through small windows set within the doorframe. A sofa sits on either side of the entrance, and in the center of the room sits an imposing figure of a giant brown bear on its hind legs, forever snarling and ready to swipe. In its shadow, you see a large stain on the hardwood.
When Lord Wizardclaw sees the bear, he hisses. He gets scared.
Can I see if I'm able to open this door from the inside?
All right, as you walk towards the entrance foyer,
Watch out, Umrin, there's a bear. Why would you
There's a
walk
big
over
bear.
there?
a figure coalesces from the surrounding mists.
No,
It
there's
looks-
a ghost and a bear. Watch out,
It
Umrin.
looks to be a man, an older man wearing a tunic and holding a large mace. But the figure seems strangely devoid of all color.
All right, I stop short. Well, as I'm walking towards the door.
Yeah.
I told you to leave. You will not touch them. He swings his mace to his shoulder and squares his feet. The stance of a trained fighter. Roll initiative.
Dun, dun.
No.
Ooh. Oh man.
Does
We're in
everybody
it
remember
now.
how to roll initiative?
Is it just the button on my thing? This is initiative.
How is my initiative a
Why
decimal?
do I have 0.17?
Yeah, it gets real mathy.
Yeah,
And
so it's
roll
to
20.
show who. That's a tiebreaker.
I've never seen that before. When did that happen?
when Billy took over as DM.
No, it started. It's this new. I don't know when, but it's
So is that my dexterity modifier then?
yeah. So it would just be.
Or Lord
Don't worry about the-
dexterity modifier
yeah.
2?
Yeah, don't worry about the decimal. The decimal is just a tiebreaker. So
Yeah, I guess it's
Um,
it doesn't add enough to tip it over a full point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is always just a tiebreaker. So Lord Wizard Claus with a 23, he's ready for action, and you go first.
I think he's not like a shoot magic first type of creature. He sees this, it's something that is in the realm of magic, or divination. So I think he's going to do an Arcana check to just try to understand what this apparition is.
Okay.
He's a curious kitty.
He is a curious cat. 16 to Arcana.
Okay. So you are very confident that this is not a magic creature. It is not magically spawned. But I mean, you recognize that it is most likely a spirit or ghost.
And then I think he will say to the ghost, rest easy, spirit. We mean you no harm. And that'll be the end of his turn.
All right. Are you going to have are you just talking, or are you going to try to roll a charisma check or a diplomacy or something with that?
Okay. I think maybe we'll do. Well, I guess like he was asking him to do something. So would that be persuasion, perhaps?
Yeah, persuasion works. Yeah.
Yes.
But you're trying to persuade. You're trying to persuade him that you are not a foe.
Yeah. 17 to persuade.
Okay. You tell him that you are not a foe. He doesn't exactly seem convinced. He doesn't leave from his fighter stance. And it is Umrin's turn.
So Umrin's gonna, he's gonna grab his quarterstaff and hold it ready. I'm gonna keep the other torch, and he's going to hold.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action. Actually, can I just hold my whole turn until?
Yep. You
If
absolutely
the
can.
apparition moves towards friend or the party. Do I have to give a trigger to hold my whole turn, or is that just for a specific?
No,
action?
so a whole turn you can just butt in whenever at the end of whatever creature's turn is. You can just say I'm going now, but it won't interrupt. So if you're going to hold turn until after, it'll just be after he moves. So he gets his whole move set. If you want to ready an action, it's only one action, not your turn, and that will interrupt what they're doing. If it's as long as that trigger is interruptible. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I'm gonna
More information on action economy. Tune into our episode. How long is a turn in D&D?
Yes.
I'm gonna ready my charger feet in that case for if he attacks.
Okay.
So that will be my action. So, well, technically, I can't hold the feet. I would have to do dash. So if he attacks, I would like to dash. That's my action. And then that's pretty much it for me.
Mm-hmm. All right. It is this ghost's turn. You see this ghost. He looks at you. He's holding his mace tightly. Screams again at you. You will not touch them. And your mind sees visions of horrific murder. Everyone roll a wisdom save.
So Zyzel rolled a 17, Umrin rolled 15, and Wizard Claws rolled a 14.
14. Yeah. So you know that you're not scared of these visions. You can tell based on these visions that this ghost is horrified himself. He is pained and troubled by some failure in his life. But you are not. You see through the visions, and you are not afraid.
I'm gonna call out like, "What is it you're defending here? We mean you no harm."
Oh, that's what they all say. He's not right yet in the discussion mood set, but it is Zyzal. It is your turn.
Warm his icy heart with a joke.
Yeah. So I mean, he attacked us, right? That's what that was? That was an attack?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a damaging attack. It was just a horrifying vision that he sent forth of just pain and torture and murder and just terrible things. And you can take it as what you want. You can take it as what you want. It was purposeful on him to send that vision towards you.
I'm thinking because we haven't attacked yet. He technically hasn't attacked yet. We tried to talk him out of it a couple times. So there's a thing I've seen a couple times that are like, if somebody tries to persuade somebody and it fails, like the rest of the group shouldn't keep trying to persuade. Because infinite chances, we're going to win at some point. How do you feel about that, Bill?
I would say, I will let you know if the persuade attempts are. You can keep trying to persuade somebody. Failed persuades or persuades failed far enough may make things harder. And I will let you know through his demeanor and through his actions. He has not changed. His demeanor is the same as it was after Lord Wizard Claws. So I will let you know. Yeah, you can keep doing checks, but failed checks will give consequences. But I will let you know of those consequences. So don't assume you only get one chance.
Morrowind, intimidate until you can provoke them to attack you, so you don't get the penalty.
Yeah, in essence, you can keep using. Yeah, and I will let you know. You can keep trying to persuade. It may get harder, but I will let you know if the check's getting harder. I'll give you clues.
To piggyback off of that, Do you want us to decide when we do group checks? Like if we were to persuade someone as a group rather than each individually rolling type deal or something like that?
You would have to
You want
use
to call for that?
You would have to use the aid action.
Mm.
That
If
is
we're an initiative, that would
if
make
you're an
sense.
initiative, you'd have to use the aid action to help somebody else with a check, because it is, you don't really persuade as a group without like that guy standing behind you, or it would take all of your actions, and so you'd have to either hold all your actions and act together.
What about
Or-
what about out of combat? Like if we were persuading like a merchant or something like that.
I would let you decide how you want to do it. That's if somebody wants to persuade, you're like, I'll aid them or I'll help.
Mhm.
And unless you tell me you're aiding, I'm assuming that
Okay,
you're
so
not.
that answers it. We have to
Okay.
choose that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So we've not really started fighting yet. So I'm going to try to persuade this dude that we're not here to fight. Zeisel's not a fighter, really. He's a talker. So I think that's what he would do.
He says, "Hey, like we were sitting here. We ain't looking for nobody. We ain't here to hurt nobody. We're looking for some notes. So whatever you're talking about, that ain't us, man. We can help you out if you want, but we're here looking for notes, and that's it."
And he's a little scared. He's scared of ghosts. So he's not funny right now.
Mhm.
So I have a thing called Silver Tongued.
Yeah.
When you roll a charisma, persuasion, or deception check, you can treat You can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So basically, I almost always roll at least a 10. So I'm going to roll.
That is so powerful.
Yeah.
It's pretty broken, but that's also
great.
like finally a class like fits this character. So I'm pretty happy about it. No, I didn't need it anyway.
That's
So I rolled a
freaking
23.
persuasive.
Yeah. So with your silver tongue, you can describe. You're not here for whatever reason he thinks you're here for. You're just here to gather some notes. You see his demeanor change a little bit. He relaxes up on his with his mace, and he eases himself, and he looks at you quizzically and says, "Well, if you're not them, who are you?"
We were sitting by the college.
Was it the college or university?
The adventure, well,
The university.
The
Yeah.
university, sorry. I went to
on
college.
behalf of the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
We were sent by the university on behalf of the Adventurers Guild to collect some notes that Greystock has. That's it. That's all we're looking for. Just a little like diaries and college notes. Nothing. I don't know who you were talking about, but we ain't here to hurt nobody.
You were sent for notes. I don't know what you want, but I just fear. I don't know what has happened here. I know it was not good, and I know I couldn't do anything. I will let you pass.
What happened here, man? What are you protecting?
I don't know what happened here, but I'm protecting my family, my friends, the inhabitants of this manse, Lord Greystock, and those two young girls, and all them. I can't let harm come to them. I shouldn't have. I did. I failed. I failed. And with that, you see him slump. And
What is your name, human spirit?
I don't remember. All I know is that I was supposed to protect them, and I didn't. My shame will haunt me forever. And with that, you see him dissipate. He has not attacked you, but he doesn't seem to be. He doesn't really understand what's going on. He is as confused as you. He just, he has this urge to protect. But if he doesn't need to be protected, you see that he coalesces back or uncoalesces back into the mist.
Umran puts his quarterstaff back on his back. We ought to complete this quickly. I'm not sure how much we'll be able to talk down Protector like that, who seems to be quite caught up on the past.
Oh, this is par for the course in a wizard's manor. You find all sorts of apparitions and magical anomalies.
Yeah, that was a close one though. I ain't never seen a ghost before, and I don't really know how to like fight one.
Godspur, the ghost, look at that bear. How frightening.
Oh yeah, that's a stuffed dead bear, and not like a ghost like that other dead guy, but it's probably I don't know though. I'm gonna go poke at that bear, see what it does.
Make sure that bear doesn't animate and come and devour you.
I'm
Most
gonna-
importantly, me.
I guess I'll go and see again if continue on my task of seeing if that front door is unlocked from the inside, and I do want to look at that bear as I walk past.
Yeah, so you were able to unlock the door, and it swings kind of freely open. I mean, it's still, you can see that the hinges are damaged, but you're able to open it up. And as you open the door, you see that skeleton in the front yard. It definitely reminds you of the ghost you just saw. The mace, the armor, even though the ghost was void of all color, you know, the patterns on his doublet strike a very striking similarity with the doublet of that corpse.
Perhaps the manse's master of arms?
Yes, he seems to think he failed, but a death in combat, protecting and doing his job.
At least he died doing what he loved.
Yes, there's something to be said about that. Yes.
So why didn't the ghost dance at the party?
I don't know, Zaza, why?
Because he had nobody to dance with.
I mean, that's delightful because he's dead and he's incorporeal.
Yeah, it's not respectful because we just met him and he's sad, but it's the best I could come up with because I'm still a little freaked out.
Oh, that's okay. He's dead. He doesn't have actual feelings.
I'm wondering what he died protecting them from.
Well-
Perhaps them skeletons outside.
Well, I think he made those skeletons out of people.
He made them into skeletons.
Yes, that's what killers do. They make skeletons.
Wait, is he a necromancer? I do not abide by the dark arts.
No, that's after. He's a pre-necromancer.
A premancer.
Pre-mancer, yeah. We just call them badasses a lot of times. So what's up with this bear? Just normal bear?
Sniff this bear.
It's a normal bear.
Yeah, that's
It
what I
is.
thought.
It's just a stuffed taxidermied bear.
What about you said like a yellow stain?
Yeah. So you see, not a yellow stain, just a stain on the floor.
Where? Here?
No, It's right here.
Can Lord Wizard Claw sniff it?
He sure can. Give me a perception.
Let's see. Perception. I think I get advantage on smell perceptions.
All right, do it again.
Roll more. Okay, it's
And
apparently the
8
same thing
again.
each time. That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, as a cat, I mean, you can tell that this is a blood stain. I mean, it's pretty. It's not a huge blood stain, but it is pretty big.
And with that, Eric quits.
Oh, did Eric leave? He must have dropped. He doesn't like blood.
Is it like a lot of blood? Does it look like that battle was like multiple people in here and then spilled outside, or?
Why don't you give me a perception check as well? Is
Okay.
Eric back? No, not yet.
He's in roll 20.
He's in roll 20.
I only got a
He's probably
7.
Yeah. So you don't really know enough about how much. You can't really estimate how much blood it is, but you do see that there are some gashes in the floor where the blood stain is.
Hmm.
So just the scratches that you see are not your normal wear and tear, like foot, like scuffs from shoes or anything like that. They're like claw marks almost.
Okay. Well, can I try maybe this set of double doors? on the eastern edge here.
Oh yeah. Definitely can. Let me get that double door. Bam. So let me get
Ooh, it's
to
outside.
that area.
There's a garden of some sort.
Yeah. You
Some
step
fresh air.
inside or outside into a courtyard. A large 3-tiered fountain is located in the center. A representation of a dancing faun stands at the top, pouring out greenish tinted water from a pitcher. You can see a covered balcony on the north side of the second floor. The walls surrounding the courtyard are smooth and white, but portray the image as if you were in the center of a field clearing, complete with flora and fauna. The actual lawn is completely overgrown and almost covering the intricate stonework path that leads from each door and surrounds the fountain.
So this fountain's running.
Yes.
Interesting. Looks like this has been upkept and in working order, and the reflecting pond outside had gone to the wilderness. Can I peer into that water as well? Is it just clean water?
It's cleaner than it was outside. It is just because it's been constantly being circulated through the fountain. But it is not like clean water.
Does the fountain that you said was a dancing faun?
Yes.
Is that any kind of iconography that I might recognize, or just a fountain design?
Do you want to? What check would that be for you? You want to do a history or
maybe like a history or religion?
Yeah, you could probably do both just to see if you know if historical or religion.
Nope, I don't.
No, you don't recognize it as any religion.
A 4.
I rolled a
yeah, you rolled a 4. Yeah,
A natural 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a +3.
You actually
on
forgot a
religion,
little bit about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have no idea what that font is. You think it just made it look cool.
It does. Nice touch.
A little ostentatious, if you ask me. Look, more doors to kick.
Oh,
Yes, another door.
Oh, yeah. There's another door. Okay.
Did I delete that door already? I did. So you can crawl. Yeah. So this is. Let me go back. This is a giant room with polished wooden floor, now covered with dust. Large glass double doors are set in the east and west walls, both leading to the exterior. Intricate double doors are set in the angled walls to the north and south. Single wooden doors are set in the center of the room to the north and south. In the northwest corner of the room is a small elevated platform with simple but elegant wooden chairs. In the southwest corner of the room is an area completely surrounded by a bar with an access door in the south wall. In the center of the room are 2 bodies. One is in rusty, heavy metal armor. A slender sword pierced right through the plate into the skeleton's ribcage. The other is in a black butler's suit, the back of which has been reduced to tatters.
Yeesh.
A fierce melee ensued. Hey,
Yeah,
look, a stage. A place to
battles seem
fall.
to rage throughout the house and out front.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the southeast double doors and open them.
Okay. They lead out to that where you were outside. So this is the room that you saw looking in through that those glass doors.
Yeah,
This
cool.
large empty room.
Okay, then I'm going to... Can I inspect the body wearing armor
Absolutely.
closely?
Yeah. You want to give me a perception check? All right.
8. Man, my
So-
rolls.
Yeah, so you can
Definitely.
see that this set of armor, you can't tell much from the skeleton because it is decayed. But the armor, it's heavier armor, but it's not well-made armor. He looks just like you would think like a well-armored thug would have, more than like a militiaman or a soldier. It is just a cheap iron armor.
Perhaps he's a mercenary of some sort. Doesn't seem to wear any tabard or particular allegiances.
And the other one, how did you describe him? As a
Butler.
Yeah,
butler?
he's in butler outfit, in the back of which has been reduced to tatters. Are you looking at him? Give me a perception check on him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Heyo. High
Ooh.
five, Jinx.
You're both perfect. So you see that this butler suit is it's older, but it's very well maintained. So whoever this butler was it wasn't the newest and most fashionable butler suit, but he took great care of it when he was alive. The back has just been slashed with multiple swords and knives, clean cut, and looking through the butler's suit in his trousers, you find a small brass bell.
Good help is hard to find these days.
I told you he got sick of the ringing.
Yeah, I wonder if it's something else though. Like,
Trying to cover tracks or protect.
yeah,
something.
maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, wonder. Like, why would you pull that one off and keep it in your pocket during what appears to be like a raid?
Mhm.
But they
Question.
also didn't take it, so maybe they didn't know. I don't know. I think this is important.
Yes, more clues are necessary.
Sizel scoops that bell up and puts it in his pocket.
Okay.
Are these up here doors or these are windows? Yeah.
Those are all doors.
Doors.
I did not put any windows in here. There's random windows around, but those are all doors.
There's a bar over here.
There is a bar.
So what do y'all think the
Generally
ghost?
dabble in libations.
Yeah. What do you think the ghost buys at a bar?
What?
Booze.
Oh, because they say boo,
Because they say boo.
and they also like alcohol.
Yeah, they're lushes. Anything
Right, so-
cool over here?
No,
Oh,
I mean
yeah.
you guys hop over the bar. I mean it's it's a little bar counter, easily hopped over. You see some delicate glassware that's stored in the bar, and some old wine bottles and some bottles of liquor. But there's nothing really of importance over here. This is just like whenever they had an event here, you can tell by the stage and by this bar that this is some sort of like event, maybe a ballroom, maybe something, a meeting hall, a great hall. This is where they would entertain guests.
Yeah, this is where I spend a lot of my time. If they ever let me in mansions, it's usually straight to this room and straight out.
Yeah, you're very familiar with these type of rooms and that stage. That's where you spent many a time on that stage.
Yeah.
A stage similar to that.
In these sorts of situations, can you tell which way was the wing that the owners would use rather than the servants?
So I mean, like normally owners and like rich people want to stay as far away from poor people as possible. And you can a lot of times tell that in the design of the houses. So if the poor people, the servants was on the south side, I would bet the owners are on the north side, and I'd give another guess that it's on the second floor.
Well, let's try this northern door then.
Yeah, you can also tell that the northern doors are double, and the doors on the south are single doors. So no,
Yeah, rich
Zygol,
people are often very fat. They need
Yeah,
a whole extra door.
knowing being in around mansions enough, as much as you have, Zygol, you know that double doors are fancier, and that's single doors are mainly for smaller rooms or for servants, and double doors for for fancier people.
Yeah.
So,
I found a ficus.
Between two ferns, there's a bench.
yeah. So the north hallway is about 10 feet wide with an ornamental carpet running down the center of the hallway. At the east end, which is where you are, you see a small lounge area at the base of a wide set of stairs. You see a large blood stain halfway down the hallway, staining the wood and the carpet. You see the remains. Oh, I don't have the skeleton guy, but you do see the remains of a skeleton.
Where?
Okay.
It's spirit.
Oh no, a skeleton again.
Yeah,
Ragdoll physics.
Oh, yeah.
right there. I forgot to put him in. when I updated the map. Yep, he's there.
Well, if
Wizard curls up on this couch.
if you think the important people are on the second floor, should we continue our loop around or just head up? Looks like there's some stairs. Yeah.
There are stairs.
Yeah, I don't know. It can take. It depends. I mean, we can look around for these notes forever. I don't know where they're gonna be. Like, we may end up having to look at every room anyway.
So you see various doors along the along this hallway. This hallway is a little wider, and the doors are a little bit fancier. They're engraved along this hallway.
I'll
Yeah,
peek
I've
into
already
these
seen enough
doors as
skeletons that you ain't even worried about this one.
down.
Yeah, you'll go through these doors. Let me see. So this is the tea room. You see a small white room with white metal table and chairs in the center. The southern wall contains one large window looking out into the center courtyard. A smaller table with a blue and white tea set sits off to the side of the room. Small bell hangs from the door, or hangs by the door.
A little bell does?
Yes. And you remember the tea room being one of the bells that was labeled in the thing.
Can I click it?
It makes a sound.
But it doesn't
Wizard
have a
calls
string on it
confirming.
either?
It does not have a string.
Is that normal?
No.
I think it's magical.
Yeah,
Does
but
it feel normal?
magic and normal can still be synonyms in this world.
Is there
Okay.
still remnants of tea, like tea leaves?
No, it looks like this room hasn't been used in a very long time, even longer than this tragedy or massacre, or whatever you want to call that has happened in this building. That room is not been used for a long time. I'll just go through all the doors. They're all unlocked. So as you look in this room, you see a windowless room is empty except for 4 waist-high posts protruding from the ground. Each post is topped with a separate colored stone. On the floor is a glyph, a circular glyph, inlaid with 2 circles.
A magic circle. How quaint. Can Lord Wizard Claus discern what this magic circle will be used for?
Yeah, give me an arcane check.
I'm gonna step back out of the room.
Yeah, I'm not walking in that circle. I'm actually really appalled. You just walked right into it. I was gonna stop you, but you're too quick.
Yeah, so you can tell that this is an anchor for teleportation magic. So it just makes teleportation magic to and from here very easy. It is not like a summoning glyph or anything like that. It is just for if you wanted to teleport, it's just a nice simple anchor that makes your spell almost guaranteed to not fail for teleportation. You know, if you're attuned to it.
Calm down, Ziza. This is just a standard teleportation circle. There's no harm here.
Yeah, these are the rooms they don't let me in. So y'all seen enough skeletons already? We ain't even worried about this one on the floor right here. We're not even gonna look at it.
One skeleton, you've seen them all.
I guess. What's up with this skeleton though? What's it doing?
So this skeleton, he has mismatched armor. Ooh, nice perception, 23. So in the mismatched armor, you can tell that it is just a hodgepodge of different types of armor. So he has leather and some fur, and a short sword that just looks like the most basic short sword you can buy. But you can you see that the arm is separated from the body, and it doesn't look like it just separated due to decay. You can see like a clean cut from the arm, and by clean I mean just like something passed right through it very easily.
Yeah.
And with your with that perception skill, you see that the bones are almost like charred where that where they were separated. So they're like blackened right there, like almost like whatever cut them was also very, very hot.
Interesting. So like where this guy's arm is severed, it looks like either it's done by a fireball, like magic, or like a really hot cleaver or something, because it's a pretty clean cut.
It could have also been a giant flaming cat.
Could have. Yes.
Just
Yeah,
say we can't rule all of the possibilities.
that's right. That's my bias getting in the way. I apologize.
I forgive you.
Does he add anything on him? Any loot? Other than the stuff you
No,
described?
there's no loot. I mean, he
No
was just
loot?
very
What
Yeah,
about
With
I
those
mean,
great items.
what about
No.
flutes? No loots, no flutes.
no loots, no
What
flutes.
about shoots? Like the ladders kind that go with ladders.
They're a little big to have on you. Let's step over him. I don't want to touch a dead body.
All right.
I'm gonna go.
The door that Umran's by, it is actually locked.
Interesting.
In a house of unlocked doors, the locked one is.
I wonder
important.
if this man here died defending this locked door.
Or getting in it. Trying to.
Well, stand back. Let's see if we can knock it ajar.
Oh, that's a classic. When is a door not a door?
I don't know when.
When it's a jar.
Oh, because it's open, but also ajar.
Yeah. That's basically all comedy is just wordplay and dad jokes.
So Umrin will try to force the door open.
All right, you're gonna use. Give me a strength check.
20.
20.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you are more than capable of getting that door open. So you kind of, with your skill of charging headfirst, dwarven style, you just ram right through that door, and it actually comes apart at the hinges and not even the doorknob, and you're gained access.
Ooh.
Did you headbutt the door?
I
Shoulder.
charged it.
Shoulder charge.
Okay,
Yeah,
shoulder.
like he has his charger skill.
You said
I
head
think-
first. So just imagine like, what was it in Peacemaker?
With no helmet.
Oh yeah.
That would be
Oh,
quite the task.
he's-
Was it like
Yeah.
head missile or something? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Cannonball, human cannonball.
Human cannonball.
Yeah. So you enter a large, well-decorated study room. A worn mahogany desk with intricate engravings and embossments is located on the far end of the office. A sofa, sandwiched by end tables, sits against the northern wall. One window is located above the sofa. Bookshelves sit against the wall on either side of the desk. On the wall behind the desk hangs a large portrait of the Greystock family, painted years ago, showing a young Lord and Lady Greystock with their 2 daughters. The youngest only about 3 years old at the time. A small bell hangs by the door. At the
Is this
desk,
Sorry, go ahead.
at the desk sits the remains of Lord Greystock, his expensive crimson and gray robes showing only a small slit at the right side of his chest. At his feet lies a small, sharp dagger-like object.
Would it be a jump to say that this is the study?
This is absolutely his study. Yes.
Cool. Well, if I were notes, this is where I would live. Let's look. Excuse
Yes,
me, Lord Greystock.
Yeah, let's
Check
check
his
the body.
check his pockets.
I'm doing perception on the desk.
Yeah. So the desk is not locked. Inside the desk, you see old paperwork of a mundane nature. There's records of travel, purchase receipts, and pay records for the house staff. The last entry of staff, I will actually show it to you.
Mm.
So is this a situation where we can do like a group check to check the room?
Yeah, you guys
Early?
can. Yes, for sure. So you see the 5 staff. So you see Elysia Grummet, Gertie Porrick is the cook, Albert Finster, the butler, Dan Deargan is the huntmaster, and Remy Formand is the stable boy. So Alicia, you recognize that name because that is the Grandin, the farrier.
Mm-hmm.
That was the person he was talking about. That was his
Mhm.
daughter.
Okay, well, we found the butler. I didn't see any of these other people, right?
Okay. Well, I guess maybe it was the Huntsmaster's ghost. Perhaps it was the Huntsmaster's ghost that we encountered.
Oh yeah, we asked him his name, but he didn't remember.
He didn't remember.
Yeah, so it makes sense he would be one to step up and protect the family.
I guess.
Was there anything in the stable when your tiny magical rat looked? Did we see the stable boy, Remy?
All I saw were a few sad dead horses and a couple of pigs.
Hmm.
We did see a dead body or two on the way in, though,
Right.
if my memory serves correctly. He didn't have any name tags or such to identify him, though. No collars. Humans tend not to wear those things.
Yeah.
Can I look on the bookshelf?
Yeah. So on the bookshelf are various books, almost all of them having to do with planes and planar travel.
Like B-52s.
So yeah,
I should say that in character.
and so you see like there's books of each plane. So in the I've had to redo the plane thing because we have different planes than originally when I wrote this.
Oh yeah, fun.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing last night. I had to redo all of the plane.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's rebuilding the plane as we fly it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so if you look on like, that there's like the elemental planes,
Mhm.
and that's kind of what there's a book on each elemental plane, and they're very thorough. They're not just like a casual reading. They are studious
Tomes.
of theories and research on each plane from both planar travelers and planar researchers. You don't see any particular that are written by him. This is just his copy for his studies.
Mhm.
You do see tucked into one of them a note.
Ooh.
That's what we're looking for, his notes.
So this is just a note. It's from Albert, who you know as the butler. And it says, Durgan, I made another copy of the key to your lab and placed it back under the watchful eye of Bailey. Please be more careful in the future. The guild has increased the cost for replacement.
And Durgan is Greystock, right?
Yes.
Typical wizard forgetting his keys.
Who's,
Hmm.
who's
Do you think-
Bailey? Bailey's not on our staff list.
Do you think the bear is Bailey?
Almost certainly, yes. Well, who else to
Yeah.
guard such a precious item?
It seemed like it had a watchful eye on the front door there.
Perhaps we should go revisit our friend Bailey
Yeah,
the bear.
let's. I'll go check.
I'm not, I mean, I don't think so, but it's worth a check.
We can check as we pass back by.
Let's keep looking in this room for a bit.
Wizard Claus is particularly interested if he can see any spell books.
Mm.
And I think he's also interested in learning more about the planes because I don't think he has a ton of training in that school.
Yeah. You are welcome to take all of those books.
How are you going to carry him?
It doesn't
He has
have
a touch of holding.
yeah.
Ooh, he does.
You do not see any spell book. Just knowing a wizard that you don't. You usually keep the spell book on you, but for this man in his home, he probably keeps the spell book like in a specific place.
Yeah.
And not here. It's not something that he would need every single day of his research.
A quick question though, as we're kind of fleshing out the rule set and how our characters develop.
Yeah.
If Wizard Claus was to gain something like an exhaustive tome of like planar information, could he like take time out of the game to study it and like learn stuff about
Absolutely.
like as we roll build?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you study it for an extensive period of time that would take to study those, I will give you advantage on arcane checks when it deals with planar research or planar information.
Cool.
Tight.
Awesome. Thanks.
Mhm.
Have any books about martial arts? No, I'm just kidding.
Or joke books.
Everyone has to get something every time, Bill.
We got a joke
Yeah,
book.
exactly.
Bullshit.
He
You
does.
give one gift, you give it to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, he doesn't have any joke books or any martial arts prowess books.
Yeah, the joke books a lot of times are in the bathroom.
Why is that, Zizel? Because the jokes stink.
Oh, you're getting it. You're figuring it out.
I'm learning.
No, you two can start a duet performance after this.
You pretend he's
They're all the taverns in Harborton.
pretend he's a little puppet, but I'm not a good ventriloquist, so that's the gag. He's actually real and can talk.
I say this is a wonderful idea, but first we should pay a visit to our friend Bailey the Bear.
Yeah. Did we do a good job at looking at his body, make sure he doesn't have anything on him or clothes? Losing his voice because my throat's
I
drying out.
searched the bookshelf. I don't know if anybody specifically searched his body yet. We did desk and bookshelf.
Desk and bookshelf. Do you want to search his dead corpse? Would you like to search his remains, Zizel?
Not
It's in there,
really,
nice and
but,
close.
I guess I will.
I'll help you.
Is that investigation, perception?
It's a perception.
Did I click it? I'm on the wrong thing.
Yes, you did.
Great.
So you see through. He doesn't really have a lot on him. You see that he did have a key. So you can grab that key.
Yoink. I take the key.
Yes, it's unlabeled, as he's known to not take care of his keys. And that's basically it. There's nothing really on his person. He had a signet ring
Mm-hmm.
that from the Greystock signet. You're welcome to take that as well.
Yeah, I might take it. I don't know.
I'm gonna take this ring, but I'm not looting the body. We may need this to get into a room or something. Wizards like that kind of stuff. I just make that clear. Don't think less of me.
I mean, you are taking his stuff. He's dead.
Yeah, but for a good reason, I guess.
Yes, for your benefit.
Yes. For our benefit.
So you now
Don't
have
let me into your grave robbing.
Well, you ain't in the grave. If they're above ground, they're fair game.
Touche.
That's the rules.
So you said something about his robe having a slit in the side of it?
like right where the heart is.
Heart's in the front. Like in through the under the arm?
Yeah, like you
And
would
then
get.
you said there's a knife on the ground?
As you look at that knife, it's more of a. It doesn't look like it's a dagger. It's a sharp instrument,
Like a letter opener?
kind of like a letter opener. Exactly.
Do I think that this is a self-inflicted wound?
It based on the placement, it would be very hard for somebody else to have done that
Yeah.
to him.
Dark.
You think he took his own life?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of violence, in the slums, and you don't get this. This ain't how people get killed.
How
So-
inconceivable.
This is a guy who has probably a good understanding of anatomy and is going right for probably what would be the easiest way out.
What do you think would drive someone to do such a thing?
The protection of a important secret, or
Yeah.
the not being able to stomach the idea of being taken captive, perhaps.
Yes.
Although it is curious, a man left his family out. Perhaps it was a surprise or something.
Yes, or maybe that was his only option.
I think there's always other options.
Yes, I would agree, but clearly Greystock found himself between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, between a couple of things, at least.
Yeah, perhaps if he had barricaded himself in his laboratory, he would have been able to fight them off.
I wonder if this body out here is his handiwork.
Ooh, perhaps he is a wizard by all means. Although I'm not aware of any spells that would inflict this kind of harm.
Like fireball. I mean, fireball I think would be like more concussive than cutting, right?
Yes, and I'd be honest with you, I would not, any wizard worth his salt would not cast a fireball in such a small hallway, not if you wanted to keep your manor intact.
Yeah. I mean, like this like small fire stuff though, like flame cut. I don't know. what
Flame
y'all
shoot,
do.
yes. Flame cut, flame burn, flame lick.
Yeah, there's a lot of flames. Again, my magic just kind of happens. I don't have names for them.
Oh, that's the most fun part, coming up with fun names for your magical spells.
What's in this room?
It looks like a mirror copy of the other room. It's just not as well decorated. So it looks to be like an alternate study, maybe for guests or visiting people. It doesn't really look used, but it's very functional.
We want to check the Baron end there.
Yeah, let's check the Baron in there. We can pick back up.
Hmm.
Can we just
All right.
flash forward to Bear?
Yeah. So you guys get to the bear. You guys can move. I moved all the things so you can get there.
I'm going to teleport with this circle.
You can go. Yeah. So that you know where
it's
that
just down the
other
hall.
double doors lead there.
I went down the wrong hall.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You get,
I'm circling
you get
back
to the
around.
door. The bear. You know, he's looking and snarling, but he's kind of looking glassy-eyed, just generally towards the west. If you follow his gaze line, it just hits somewhere just above the door because he's kind of glancing up.
Umran's gonna follow his gaze to the door. Is he looking at anything in particular?
No, it's just an area just above the door, but you don't see anything different from where that is.
All right. Well, perhaps the key's here. I'll look around, just kind of like the base and its paw. Is there any way that it's been holding it? Is it tucked under its feet?
Give me the a perception check.
20.
Yeah, so you are very confident that you cannot find a key, and it doesn't look like there ever was a key at this bear.
That's unbearable.
His name was Barry, not
Barry.
Barry.
Well, that was a theory anyway. It doesn't, with that perception, it doesn't look like around the base that there's any scratching or anything like this thing has moved or is movable or anything.
No, it
like
doesn't.
It's been shifted back and forth like a little Haida key rock.
No. It's a giant base that was, built into the floor. You can't see it sliding. It's just a decorative bear.
Well, we searched this bear.
Barely. Yeah, that didn't bear out.
Yeah, we didn't. We barely found anything.
Barely found anything. That's impossible.
It's a grisly task.
Oh, good one.
We definitely need to find what Bailey is, or who it is. Hopefully it's not the name of that apparition we saw earlier. Don't quite want to meet him again. If we could avoid it.
Oh, yes.
You have to keep your eyes on the lookout for who Bailey is. But no, it does not look like Bailey is the bear. The bear doesn't have like a...
Such a good name for a bear.
It is a good Bailey bear, but no, unfortunately it is not. But yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. You've searched most of the rooms on the first floor. There's still a few rooms that you haven't gone to. I don't know. What do you guys think so far? I'm guessing, let's give you guys some chance to, now that you are all together in there, how do you feel about going into this this manor? Let's have some dialogue to exit the session.
Strange feeling about this place.
Well, yeah, it's full of dead bodies and ghosts.
And bears.
And, this is kind of normal. Like, rich people like trophies and stuff, but dead bodies and ghosts ain't normal from rich people's houses.
I'm worried this the hunt master has some unfinished business, and ghostly guilt can be unpredictable.
Yeah, I mean, we barely talked him out of fighting us in the first place. He might not be as lucky the second time.
Yes,
we're
and
still on bear jokes.
Yeah.
he seems intent to keep things here in the house, perhaps on the property.
I don't know. I think this bell is important. Although, like, I don't think it's super abnormal of a bell. Like, it's not like a magic bell. I don't think.
Perhaps, Wizard Claws, can you do your magic tingly on it?
Oh, yes, I suppose. It
Would you
will
like
take
to wear
some
the
time.
spell around your neck? I saw a cat in Hobbiton once that was doing that. Is that a fashionable choice for a cat?
I think that's a hard choice if you want to be stealthy and search for your prey. But yes, I could see what the magical properties of this bell are, if any. I think we say that for next session.
Yeah, so I will next session. You will have done the 10 minutes to do your ritual, so you now have to use the spell slot. So I will let you know what you find out in the next session.
Perfect.
All right.
That's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already, and head over to +1togaming.com for more live discussions, actual plays, character creation tips, and more. You can also join us live every Sunday on Twitch at twitch.tv/+1togaming. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.